And so it happened. People went to him and told me, and I went to blowing. You know, he got well. I start blowing on them and talking to them. And so when you're blowing, the fire start coming out, it's water that runs out of it. And at the edge over here, he goes to turning, what should I say, like a bruise, blue at the edge, and that water just goes out of them. And that's the fire. And they get well. They get well.
So was this a gift that you received from someone, the gift of blowing fire, or was it something that you realized you had?
I got it from somebody, my sister-in-law.
Okay.
She gave me a dime. I give her a dime. And
okay.
I got the gift of blowing fire.
Okay.
That's what she got.
Like I've seen people when they blow fire, when they talk fire, and sometimes they're praying, or they're saying a Christian prayer, or sometimes like I don't understand anything they're saying. So, did you say like a Christian prayer, or was it just something else? And you don't, if it was something else, you don't have to explain about that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Christian prayer.
Yeah.
Because that's something I'm interested in personally, is how we as Indian people have combined our Christian faith along with our traditional healing practices and our traditional methods.
Mm-hmm.
Because being raised holiness, I mean, we use prayer cloths, the white prayer cloths. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's just a part of who I am and what I'm used to having. And I've also seen people when they blow fire, they'll leave a prayer cloth with somebody. So did you ever do anything like that?
Yeah, I got the prayer cloths pinned on my boys' bed. Been there. They don't be removed even though I sun the mattresses and everything. That prayer cloth's about that big. And I've had it, I know 3 years. It's pinned on the mattress.
And do you still see people to blow fire for them today?
Uh-huh.
About how often do you see?
Well, sometime to be a lot of space in between.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a year.
2 or 3 times a year?
Most
Anybody that knows about it comes from the
by word of mouth.
It's by word of mouth that people find that? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you the only one in this area?
With these days,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know.
We do it that we know of right
Is it something that you charge people for?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
No. The baddest case I ever had, was a little boy. He's about, I'll say 2.5-year-old or 3-year-old. And both of his feet, what he had done, you'll see these metal trailers, long metal trailers, and it was hot that day. And that young one had run down one of them. His parents, or some folks was down just wanting to get him off. And when he run down it, he didn't hop off. He turned around and went back to where he got on it at. And he had cooked the bottom of his feet. You know, they turned white. You know, they just cooked little fella. And so they brought him to me. And before that young one left from there, he's a walking in just as jolly as you ever seen. And so he's a Christian child. And he told me about his church and whatever. And so when he left from there, he was a walking. So that sung me. his mother come to me and had him to come too. His feet was well. His feet was well. But really, he come from prayer, boys. It's not no foolishness in it. It's come from prayer.
Do you think that your faith has something to do with their healing? Because that 2-year-old didn't really know what was going on, or that 3-year-old, but your faith, do you think that your faith in what you were doing and your faith in God had the part to do with that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She is a very devout Christian. I need to tell you that because she taught Sunday school with her, how many years?
40, 50?
About 40 or 50
As
years
you
she
go
taught
on.
Sunday school class. As long as she was
About
able.
45.
So I wanted you to know that she is a very grounded Christian.
What church do you attend?
Harpersburg.
What's his name?